That?
No, Vernon, it said.
Oops, sorry.
I think I can make it so you can chat on in the background on here. No?
Good. No.
Okay. Well, you can't see what anybody's saying.
Oh, no. Oh.
He's on his phone. He wouldn't
Nobody's there.
I know nobody's there. They're still on the other one.
Yeah.
Vernon, you've mucked it up.
Hang on a minute, we're having technical difficulty here. We're really good at this tech shit. What's that?
You're not so much.
And we're back happy days. Yeah, thanks. We're having a bit of a problem at the moment. Steph's just trying to... What happened was, Bean here decided to chuck water into my laptop earlier, and it's decided to crash. I'd had it in rice. It'd been in there long enough. Hello from Portugal. Hello to Portugal. And it obviously wasn't in the rice long enough, and it decided to crash.
Okay.
So
I can see it as I go
right, I can see the live things now as you're talking as well, but they're on here as well, Steph.
I know, but you can reply.
Oh, that's good.
He's double bubbling it.
Right, double.
There you go.
Right, Techno Steph is on the case, and she's got it all worked out for me, and she's burning the soup and everything. Hi to Glasgow. There we go. Australia there as well. Good day. Good God, we're all over the place.
What, that's like, what, 15, 16 hours ahead?
16 hours ahead, something like that, yeah. What does Bean? So, I tell you what we'll do. We'll just have a quick mooch outside and see how Adrian's getting on while we're on loan. That's Bean, yeah. So let's have a look. I'm just going to take you outside. I'm doing it on my phone, so it's going to be a little bit difficult at the moment to do the way things are, because obviously it isn't going to work as well. But we'll go outside, and like I explained on the other video, as you watched it, I might lose a bit of internet, so I might have to disappear back inside as well. But we've still got the Christmas tree up. Yeah, see, before you all comment on the Christmas tree out there. So there's the truck at the moment. Adrian is all inside, ragging about, slowly distinguishing between which parts are working, which fault it's going to be and isn't going to be, slowly working his way back through the whole wiring loom and stuff like that. You know, it's going to be a long old process. Hopefully we'll get to it. Go too far out of the way because I'm going to lose my internet over there. How are we doing, Adrian? Narrowing it down. Do you need another coffee? Right, so we'll keep Adrian up on the coffee and get inside before we lose the internet. It's not a bad day, luckily, for him, because as you can see, I ain't got a character here. And it's easier for him to come here than go to up to our yard and leave it. So I've got it at home. I spend more time, you know, with the family, which makes things a lot better. And get it done that way, you know what I mean? Rather than jumping up at the yard. My boss is happy with that. Everybody's happy with that. And all good. Yes, we're back here again, being back into the living room. So let's see what we think about all that. We've only got 45 people viewing, so hopefully on my next time we have a go at this, we might be able to do something a little bit better, and I'll know a bit more about the GoPro 9, the GoPro 7, whether I think it's worth buying it or not. If you aren't bothered about the cameras or anything like that, and it's just about the trucking, forget that bit, just move on to another bit, you know what I mean? And that's about it for the top and bottom of it now. What's that? No. I don't know. I don't think that'll help me. So I'm going to cut off here. Like I say, this was just a little test and to see how we can get on with it. That's a bad camera. I think I need to sort my angle. I think I need to sort my laptop out, and hopefully it's going to dry out. We can't afford another one at the moment.
Do not turn it on for 24 hours.
Stephanie told me, do not turn it on for 24 hours after Bean soaked it. But obviously I wanted to turn it on.
He's a man of little patience.
So, little patience, yes. I will get back to you. I'll have a look at all the notes and everything like this and see where we are on them. I'm sorry it was a bit of a cock-up.
Do you have a job for me?
Do you have a job for you? Like I said before, there is absolute... This looks good, doesn't it? Food. This will be frozen as well. I'll be taking some of this with me on the next trip.
Spicy gumbo.
The job, like, who was it who asked about the job?
It's gone now. It's
right.
Ages ago.
Okay. Like I say, there is loads of jobs out here, but you aren't coming out. You can't get a visa for America at the moment. It is difficult.
Not during pandemic.
Not for a pandemic, not for. It's going to be for a while, I think, before the try and get in here. But Canada upstairs, which is only just up the road from here, you will get a visa for there. That's where you want to be trying, definitely, seriously. And but the big companies up there that are waiting and wanting you, aren't there? Yes, Canada. Is there anything you want to add, Steph, about the visas?
I'm not exactly sure how work visas, the process for it, because we didn't do work visa. We went straight to permanent residency. So.
Ow, that's in my ear.
But I think the way it works for work visas is you have to be put into a lottery, and they pull up your number.
Yeah, there still is the lottery thing out here, remember?
There's different categories. So if you're a certain tier where you're a very sought after profession, like if you're a rocket science or a brain surgeon, they would probably expedite your process. But if you're just a skilled laborer, you get a lottery system, and they pull certain numbers up. They have X amount of lottery numbers that they pull per year, and those are the people who get the jobs.
So it's still worth putting in for the lottery, you know. It is a big gamble, but it's better than not putting in. If you're not in it, you're not going to win it. You know what I mean? So it's definitely worth that one. Another point as well, even if somebody was...
Something about disability in a wheelchair, still able to drive trucks?
If somebody was married to an American or direct relative, I've heard them say this before, people saying, oh, their father lives over here or blah, 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 and things like that. Even though that might be the case, check see which state that they live in and stuff like that, because at the moment, in Washington State, we just got in time. If we were to try it now, the minimum, the minimum would have been 4 years waiting period to get mine processed before I'd get my green card. So, you've got to remember all those pros and cons. Different states have different time sessions they're going to say to get your green card. That's another one. Go on.
Well, not different states necessarily.
Well, some might be quicker than others.
It's all federally run, but there's definitely more people applying in certain states than in other states, and therefore they have a backlog of processing the applications. But that's only if you're already in the state.
Yeah, but because of COVID as well, it's put a lot longer on to the backlog of waiting to get your visa and things like that. So there's that. That's only if you have a direct relative. If you don't have a direct relative, don't bother even filling some forms in. There's a company down in Texas, I've heard say, taking money for visas. Bullshit. Don't ignore them. Do not send anybody in America a visa consul who say they can get you a visa. They cannot. They're bullshit. They'll take your money and they'll rob you. They will never, ever get you a visa at the moment in time. Don't do it. Don't waste your money. You can send money to me if you like. I'll tell you bullshit. I'll get you a visa, but you're never going to get it. I can fob you off on, I need this off you, I need that off you. I've heard some horror stories, people thousands of pounds in trying to get visas. Never going to happen. Anyway, and the other one, if you did get a visa to come out here, think about the state you're going to move to, which state you want to move to. Washington State, you can do your CDL, HGV, straight away from doing your car test. Down in Idaho, where's Richard live?
Hey, Jack, can you say, I love Lancashire?
No, you bloody can't. What the hell? No. Wow, what's going on? If you do go down to such a state as, where's Richard live? Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregon, from passing your car test to doing your CDL, it's minimum of 2 years. So remember that one, you can't just come in, do your HGV, and away you go.
Watt and Stewart. Do we know of a Watt and Stewart company? I don't think we've heard of them.
Wittering, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wittering Stewart. Yes, he's the one who went live.
No. Wittering's asking you, do you have any knowledge on a company in Canada called Watt and Stewart?
No. I don't know that many companies I know a few people.
Oh, severe storms. Have you ever encountered severe storms? Yes.
Just a few. I've been on tail end of 3 hurricanes.
No, let's talk about the time the tornado went right by you. And you were taking a nap and you had a warning. You didn't listen to
the wife has a fit because I get these warnings, and you get them on your phone, you get them on the CV and everything like that. And I'm like, whatever, you know what I mean? And it ripped through the building, the back of the building that I was at. It did get rocky in there, but if you're not direct, it didn't hit. Since then, I've thought about moving out. But the last one I was in was Nashville, where it tore through really bad. But I'd been out the night before and had a little bit of pop, as you do, and I slept right through it. Surprisingly enough, got up in the morning and the place was a real mess. So, there you go.
How often does your company upgrade your tractor?
I don't know. I'll probably be keeping this for the rest of my life because I want to buy it. So
yeah, they offer it to buy to become an owner operator after you've driven it for I don't know, it looks like 5 years. And then
after it's paid off, he'll be. Well, I'm trying to persuade him to get it, sell me it this year. It's I need to talk to them. I would like to become my owner operator and buy my own truck sometime. And still working for Anchor Trucking though.
Happy
we have a good relationship.
To you, Maritza.
Happy New Year!
No, Happy New Year!
What other questions do we got to that, Steph? I ain't got me.
He doesn't have his glasses on. He's got to rely on old eagle eyes here. What is the satellite weather app that you use for him?
Oh, God. I can't remember without going out to the truck. I really can't remember. I'll have to get back to you on that one. I've seen that question before, actually. Sorry, I never got back to you.
And I think Pithers has asked you earlier how you like working for Anchor Trucking. What is it like? Anchor
Trucking, I've really been lucky. I've been looking at quite a few companies I work for.
Hi, Wittering.
See you, buddy. My whole life, I've probably only had about 4 or 5 jobs in 34 years of trucking. I haven't really jumped ship because I found it's just a different phone number or a different name on the side of the truck. If you can usually try to model things around yourself, but do the homework when you go to work for somebody.
Do you rent AR-15? You can't rent guns here, can you?
You can in places, yeah.
Why would you rent a gun?
Just to have a go with it, to see what you think.
Oh, just to try it out. Well, you don't even have to pay. You just like put your name.
If you're buying it for the company.
Yeah, you just put your name on. When you go to a store that sells guns, you just put your name down on a register. They let you try it out, and then. But you can't really rent it and take it out.
Do I prefer truck? I've seen that one in the UK or the US. Really? Have you watched any of my other videos? Come on. I think it's a no-brainer, that one. Yeah, Anchor Trucking. Going back to the Anchor Trucking. I fell on my feet. It's a please don't do that. It's a really good one. Play with something else like that. Really good family company. It's only a small company. I think we have about 15 trucks or something like that, and quite a few more subcontractors. So I've really fallen on my feet. The reason I got the job there was because Stephanie is a good friend with one of the sons of Anchor Trucking. So he got me in there. I went up to see them. That's Billy, who works for us, works at the company. And that's how come I got in. So I really was a little bit of luck as well. And then I found out they did long distance and long haul and stuff like that. Plus we have a variation of different things we can do there. I can do home time. I can stay at home as long as I want, and within reason, obviously.
Merchandise section. Yeah, we're working on a merchandise section. I've actually, my son and I just designed a couple of T-shirts to put into production. And then, what else were you thinking? You had some stuff in mind. Vernon's got all sorts of ideas. It's hard to keep up with them.
And some stuff.
Yeah, caps and...
Black cap. Black cap. Obviously, well done, good one. It swings and roundabouts. The flowers, Dave, really pay me well. I can earn just as much on the flowers doing the long haul than I can do in the long haul. I was earning more money doing Florida.
Do you have an Instagram?
No, the wife will be on that side.
I have an Instagram, but he does not. I would have to manage it.
Yeah, so the flowers are hard work because I can run night and day basically because it's on agricultural. So I don't have to really run e-log. And I get home more because I go up to Canada, which is an hour.
Whippet blankets? What is a whippet blanket?
I don't know what a whippet is.
Oh, a whippet, like a little skinny shivering dog that looks like a greyhound.
Yeah. A whippet blanket. I put ferrets down my trousers as well. I've been known to do that. Don't ask, love. You wouldn't need to know.
How do you know I haven't had a ferret down my trousers?
You got a ferret down your trousers?
Maybe I have.
All comes out, doesn't it, really? So, yeah, the flowers are really good. They pay really well. I get home, not for a long time, but I get every Sunday off doing those and things like that. So, yeah, I'll be doing the flowers, but back on the long haul all the time. I would like it more if the flowers this time of year, and I won't be having to go over the bloody mountains, and you know what I mean? What was that?
The adults are getting photobombed wicked bad, yeah. Jack is the star of the show at home, that's for sure.
Yeah, he needs to be in there. Definitely. So,
Dazzler the trucker.
yeah, I lost internet. Dazzle, it was the internet was shit, and I just chucked out the truck really where I was doing it, so that wasn't very good. Like I say, we're going to do it once a month or something like that when I'm home, and set a better time so everybody can tune in. And if you've got any questions or things like that, we can put them straight up there and put them out.
Who wants to know if you're eating a Lancashire hot pot?
No, I'm not. I'm
Cajun food. I made gumbo.
Gumbo. There you go. There'll be more frozen stuff, and there'll be some pasties on the next trip as well. We love a bit of pasty.
Come back.
To
Any like yourself in the USA to follow? Is there any more follow?
Who is that?
Do you know anybody else that's English to follow?
Not any English ones, no. I'm not sure.
There's other Americans.
There's plenty of American ones out there. Good God, there's a shitload of them. There really is. Tomorrow, probably Saturday. Saturday I might be going over the mountain to load at the east side for somewhere. You can send me anywhere. We'll see. The Texas isn't on. They're in a load of Texas, so they'll be loading that today or this afternoon. But
I miss Cumberland sausage.
Can't beat a bit.
What?
That nearly sounded wrong. Can't beat a bit of sausage. No, but this live thing isn't all it's set up to be, is it? Really? You got to think before I speak. And wait, Bean.
What's your best experience driving through the States?
Best experience.
Yeah.
Taking the bloody snow chains off after you've got over the other side of a mountain and thinking, thank God for that, I'm over it.
Oh, no.
Good night.
Good night.
Buenas noches, España.
Good night.
When did you move to the U.S.?
What have you been here? 2, 3 years?
No, 4.
4 years, bloody hell.
4 years.
No dodgy laybys. Listen to my other rants on my other videos, man. It is super. Even though the media portray all this violence and guns and shit like that, seriously, man.
It's a safe place.
It's a super safe place. You know, in the cities, like anywhere, any cities, it can be rough and it can be bad. But it's very rare I lock the trailer door, I put a padlock on it or anything like that. I won't lock the truck door when I'm fueling up in the gas stations or anything like that. One thing for sure, putting a trailer lock on as well, they freeze up this time of year. You've got a great big bolt on there, you're going to have a lot of problem getting it off. You're at the ship, you don't want the ship. Nobody touches your shit. Nobody touches. As a rule, touch wood, nobody bothers with anybody else's stuff. They leave it alone, you know what I mean? And respect other people's property. I see all the time, it was a really unusual thing that struck me when I first moved over here. Seeing motorbikes left out in people's yards all night and weeks on end, quads left out, skidoos and things like that. Nobody touches them. It's just the done thing. Like I say, different areas in the city. Over the east side, it's a little bit different over that way. But where I live, and you get halfway across basically, and everything's pretty safe and pretty cool. It is super friendly people. Toilets on in rest areas, I feel pretty, safe as anything. Using them late at night, any time of night. You see women going into using the restrooms and things like that, and they aren't afraid to go in them because nobody's going to touch them. Hell, at the end of the day, who wants a cap in their ass just for going to the toilet? You know what I mean?
What's the deal with the trailer wheels moving forward and backward?
It's to dispense the weight on the get off my food, dog. It's to for the weight movement. It depends on how you're loaded and things like that. Don't forget we've got 53-foot trailers, so and we're only 40-ton gross. My truck, so I can only carry like 22.5 ton. So it can be spread out. You know, imagine the pallets over 53 foot is quite spread out. So you've got to move your trailer axles to accommodate the different weights and things like that. Different states have different size they can move it. California's super strict. It's only 40 foot and that's it. So you've got the really good thing actually. Once you get used to wobbling it about and stuff.
Good night, Aaron.
Good night.
Somebody asked,
Good night.
quick question, before attempting to drive over there on that side of the pond, do you need to have European experience, really? I mean,
Well,
it doesn't hurt.
it definitely doesn't hurt. Obviously, you're driving on the wrong side of the road, aren't we? We were driving.
Oh, it took Vernon ages to stop driving on the wrong side of the road here in a car, obviously, not in a truck. But
Still do it now and then. It's like the traffic lights. There's a rare one. Steph used to have a fit on me on that one. You pull up at a set traffic lights. It's like I've driven in a lot of countries and things like that. And there's a rule. You drive up to the traffic light. Fucking red lights here, traffic lights here. You drive up to it, don't you? Stop at it. No. Not all states are the same. Over here in Washington, your traffic light's over the other side of the traffic light. So you come storming up to a junction, straight through the junction, and you stop at the other side. And then all of a sudden you think, I'm in the middle of the goddamn junction here.
Yeah.
It's like, what's happening? Let's go carry on. So that's a little bit, just reading the road and things like that. Yeah, it would help a hell of a lot driving in Europe.
somebody was asking what made you move to the U.S.?
Do I need to elaborate anymore? We did live in England. We lived in England first. We were there for 6 months. And then when Stephanie got pregnant and what have you, it was a choice of, because we've got I've got 2 stepkids as well. They didn't want to move to England. And it was going to cost us so much more to get the kids over to England as well and upset their schooling and stuff. It was better for me to come over here. And Steph, when she was pregnant as well, said she wanted to move back to the States. I was like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? I've got my bag packed and I'm out of here, kind of thing. I wanted that big bonneted truck and drive that big trucker as well. So I was like, yeah, hell, we'll do that. So that's why we're basically over here. What else have we got?
Say
They're not coming
no
up on there
more.
anymore.
Turn right on a red light is confusing. Took him a while. Yeah.
What's it all about? It's red, it's stop. It's not go.
Where in England did we live? Well, he's from Hornsey, so we lived in Hornsey.
Lived in Hornsey, East Yorkshire. God's country.
I also lived in Chesterfield for a little bit.
And in Cambodia.
And in Cambodia, yeah.
That's how we met. We both travelled all over. I've ridden halfway around the world now. Claim to fame.
Market waiting.
Scottish, of course I'm a fan of Scotch eggs. Hell yeah.
I still haven't made
Steph
them.
needs to make those.
I
She's
need
on
to
about
make
making
some.
those sometimes, so she needs to get the recipe. And Chesterfield.
Yeah.
Steph lived in Chesterfield
I
for a
lived
while.
right on the edge of what do you call it? The Lake District. Wait, no, Peak District.
What's
so towards Kerbar Edge, but at the very, very edge of Chesterfield.
What made me start doing a YouTube? Hi from Wigan. I used to load caravans out of Wigan years ago.
Have you been to Wigan?
I can't remember. Yeah. What made me start? I just wanted to spread the love of being a truck driver in America and just show you guys exactly how fantastic it is to drive over here. You know, it's not all brilliant. The weather is some of the worst I've ever driven in. Seriously, that is scary business.
I know. I find it really amusing when British, English, whatever, however you term everybody over there, complain about the weather, because it's like, you don't really have weather. It's not really weather, is it?
You've been to every state. Well
People are
done.
going to hate me now that I said that. They're gonna hate on me. But the weather here is a lot more harsh. Yeah.
Used to drive buses around Peak District. Now that'd be a nice job.
I like the Peak District.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a
What's happening?
toy avalanche behind me.
How do I cope with the different rules and regulations? I find when I moved over here, they'd just gone on to E-log. It just come in compulsory, just as I started, basically. But the E-log is on a tablet. I've explained in some of my other videos about it. It's very, very similar to our tachograph. So I've been used to it for years and years. And I find it super straightforward. Basically, 11 hours driving, 10 hours off. Can't go over 70 hours in 8 days, have a 34, and off you go. There's none of this reduced setting for one weekend, the next weekend, all that shit. I tell you what, after 32 years or 31 years, 32 years of driving around the UK and Europe, I still never understood properly the tachograph law. I didn't. I got done. Jesus, I got done just before I left on tacho offences and things like that, and we used to run dead legal. Jesus, it's only an island, man. How can you go over on your tacho and fiddle on that?
What time is it over here? It's about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
10 past 2.
What's your favorite place here, Mark in Sheffield?
Favourite place? Washington State. I do love Washington State. It's similar to Scotland.
The western side of Washington.
Yeah, western side.
East side. The east side of our state is nice too, but it's just different. It's not as...
very dry and barren over the east side. But the west side by the coast here, it's beautiful. It really is. So, yeah, that's the best part about it. The wife, obviously. What else have we got? You're going to have to get Bella to get you some water.
Hold on.
What other part have we got? How?
Oh, Dudley needs water.
It's gone off as the thing. What truck do you drive? Look, it's the Freightliner Cascadia. I don't know if you can see it out there. Hey,
It's pretty bright.
there we go. Can you see that? Who was that? Dazzle, was it? It's just in the getting the mended now. It's 2019, but really it's about 2018, but it's 2019 meant to be model Freightliner Cascadia with a Detroit DD15 on 505 horsepower. Nice, I like it.
You need to pee? Sorry.
yeah. Tracy.
What's that?
Anthony's out. I hear you on the scan. Yeah. Let's get that wire on. Jesus, they were the days. I'd do Alicante to London in 24 hours. We used to get, back in the day, I'll just tell you this quick story about the tachographs. When I worked for a Spanish company, we used to get a letter off the boss. It was Frio Alicante was the company I worked for, and he'd give you a letter to say that you'd just taken the truck over because the driver was ill. So that letter would be dated from La Conquera or Irun. So you had enough hours just to get from Alicante to Irun, La Conquera, whichever one, you need 10 hours. So you get up there in 10 hours, throw that back away, throw that letter away, then you'd have another letter that would get you up to Paris, or just short of Paris. Then the same letter again, explaining in French, English, and French and English in Spanish, explaining that the driver of that said truck had fallen ill, and you had been flown up there to take the load further on and carry on with the load. So that would be another one, straight into England. There you go. Good God, you'd be so tired by the time you got there. But that's by the by. We don't do that sort of tricks anymore.
Good night, Gavin.
Good night. Those were the days, hell yeah, I'll tell you. But half the time it was because we were had to fiddle in Spain and stuff like that, was because we'd spent too much time in the truckers' disco. This is my former life, obviously, love. It'd be too much time in those bloody places with that big old club sign flashing outside. It was like a magnet to truckers, you know. Bad going on. But so that's how
wants to watch me eat. I'm sorry.
What part of Yorkshire are you from? Mucka. I'm from Hornsey, East Yorkshire, the best place. East Coast. West Coast. Wire and go. There we go. Yeah, keep it lit. Would I ever drive? What was that? I missed that one. It went off. Where is it? Where can I find it? What? It's too small. I can't see that goddamn thing. Why did they think... here we are. Well, yeah... Dalton Highway.
We've been up there.
In this weather, I've done Dalton. I've been up to Alaska. I've only done the one Alaska trip. This is what I say about the company's really good. I wanted to do Alaska. He got me a trip to Alaska. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it in this time of year. My truck is not set up to go up there. The tyres aren't right and it's too low to the ground. We only just did it. Me and a buddy, he was in his truck, Ben. He took me up there, one of the cousins of the company. And I went with him. He'd been before and had experience. It was, it's a good drive. It's nice, but the roads are very bumpy and up and down. This time of year, I'd want more money. I definitely want more money to be doing it, because you're a long way from nowhere with no internet reception, phone reception. You've got nothing. You know what I mean? You can do 200-300 miles.
True wilderness up there.
And there isn't a lot of traffic, obviously, up there. So you break down, you're pretty much on your own up there. So I'd want a lot more money to be doing it. The wife wouldn't want me to do it. So it's I'll stick to. It can be just as harsh going to Montana and Wyoming and places like that.
Montana actually has record cold that's colder than Alaska.
Yeah. There you go.
It's very cold
Minus
there.
50, 60 or something ridiculous in Montana in places. So
That's Fahrenheit too.
just as shit. But the one good thing about driving the lower states is I know I aren't going to drive across it all the time. I get up into Canada here. Well, we're in it anyway. There's a road not far from here. What's the 9? What's the road which closed down really early?
20.
20. Explain about 20, which is only 70 miles from here that gets shut down just towards the end of summer because of bad weather, and it doesn't open up again till probably June. It's only open like 3 months of the year. So we're pretty much in the thick of it. So you imagine you're going up Canada, Alaska. I only have to drive straight across the border, and within 50 miles, you're right in the shit of it. It's from straight off, you know, and you'll be sat on that snow all the time. What was that? I missed that.
Hi
one.
from Eddie.
Hi, Eddie.
Says, great you're back on. Great to see your subscribers
Shut up,
starting
dog.
to increase and the content is great. Shut up, dog.
Thank you.
Do you think most U.S. truckers would struggle with UK drops? Our dog.
No, you get, eh?
Our dog could see a leaf fall on the lawn,
I never
garden,
done
and
Do-
he'll go crazy. So pardon our dog; he's very loud.
No, you get multi drops and in the cities and stuff like that. You get over to New York, East Side, Chicago. Chicago's very much similar to driving in any city in an old kind of South city. You got very narrow roads and shit like that. So basically, there would probably be an American truck. I explained to my colleagues over here, the American cousins and that, about the rest areas, service areas and shit like that with the dodgy minces in Germany and stuff like that where you can't use them. And they look at me like, what? Why did you stab him? It doesn't really happen like that. And they can't believe the state of how we're treated basically in Europe and England, which is disgusting. I keep saying about it. It's gone on for far too long with the way we're spoiled. Well, not spoiled. It's how it should be. You know, this is set up how it should be for a truck driver. You shouldn't have to be searching for heaps of shit and not dare go into a rest area on a night, not dare park in a lay-by because the police have put up a sign saying this is a high crime area. That is one big frigging cop-out, is that. If they know that diesel's getting stolen in England, in the lay-bys, rest areas and stuff like that, why aren't they policing it? They know it's happening. It really gets my back up, so we'll stop on that one.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff coming in, and you're just. Dazzler says, "Do we have Liam Perrins?" Yes, we have Liam Perrins Worcester sauce in our kitchen. I use it a lot.
Yeah.
He's
Worcester sauce.
Worcester. He just the shipment. Okay, let's see here. Do you like Europe or the United States more?
Really? I do like Europe. I like England. I love the United States. To drive over here is amazing. My standard of living is totally different for us, for the kids, for the family, stuff like that. You know, there's so much more. I don't earn a great lot more for the hours I put in. Don't think you're going to come across here if you did get over here and earn an absolute fortune. You are not. You're a truck driver at the end of the day. And you know what my rants are like about truck drivers and how much they should earn and things like that.
Are all Swift drivers numpties?
Come on, I can't answer that.
And somebody wants to see the dog. He's enormous.
Dudley!
Dudley! Come here. Let him jump up.
Come here.
Come on, Dudley. Come on. Up here. Oh,
He's in me full of foam, man!
He thought that was an invitation.
That's my dog. He's a pit bull lab cross, right? That'll do. You've done me a bit.
Okay.
Oh, he's eating me food, man.
You just gave it a lick.
Thanks for that, mate.
I thought it was an invitation to come to lunch.
Yeah. So let me not get ranting on about lay-bys and shit like that because...
I'm the first American that he's heard pronounce Worcester sauce correctly. Yeah.
What?
They say Worcester.
Oh. Do they?
Yeah. Or
Handle some of the type...
also, it says Worcestershire on the label. And so a lot of people that are American say Worcestershire.
Yeah.
Worcestershire.
They would probably find some of the bays in England, like, I don't know if is that Terry's still open in York, the chocolate place and stuff like that. You tried going in some of those places. There would, like I say, there is extremely tight places here as well to get into once you start getting into the older cities, because you get over the east side, New York and shit like that. I don't thank you for it. It is congested and there's a lot of tight places. It's old downtown places and things like that you've got to watch for bridges and stuff. Good lad, what was that one? Get off, dog.
Home for the night away tomorrow with
Nigeria.
French and Italian groupage.
Hi Matthew. What we're reading now? Terry's in York. Oh, is it? It's apartments now. Well, there you go. I used to load out of there for Spain. That was a good job, was that? It was nice.
Take
it
the
was
dog
terrible.
with you. See? Take the dog
I ain't
with
taking
you.
that goddamn thing in my truck. No way. You've just seen what it's like. Are you tripping, aren't you? No,
I could use a break.
It's in happening. I'll take Bean, but I ain't taking the dog. He's been with us once when he was a puppy, but... No, I've taken him
No,
before.
it's more than once.
Yeah.
For shorter trips. But
No, he's not a cab dog.
he drools like crazy in the car.
And I really look after my truck and it ain't happening. Terry's, yeah. When you loaded out of Terry's, the chocolate place there, if you had that N bay and you're in a right-hand, what was I in? Left-hand drive truck, because I was in Spanish truck. Jesus, man, that was difficult to get to. If I remember rightly, they used to open the gate, the exit gate, so you could go in and go up and turn around, basically, or there was something they used to do for us, because otherwise that N bay was a goddamn nightmare.
Oh, Niagara.
Oh,
Not
Niagara,
Nigeria.
was it? Oh, God, I can't see
Niagara's
anything.
on the east side, like it borders Canada and US. Part of it's in...
Do we have... I'm a Johnny Flip-Flop, so yes, we do have Johnny Flip-Flops, because I'm a Johnny Flip-Flop, and I do wear flip-flops.
He is a foreigner.
So, yes, we do, to answer that. Yeah, we do. There's a lot of Sikhs, but they've been living here for generations and things like that, and you've got a lot of South Africa. A lot of people from South Africa working out here as trucking as well.
Scania T-Cab long line.
Is that the bullnose thing? If that's the bullnose one, yeah, that's the...
He loves his polish and Hoover. Oh, tell me about it.
If that's a bullnose Scania you're on about, no, I think it's one of the ugliest trucks ever. I've had that before. Right, here you go. Bullnose trucks. Americans make fantastic bullnose trucks and really good-looking trucks and things like that.
Someone from London in the
but
US.
they make shit cabovers, in my opinion. The cabovers look crap. Europeans make great cabovers, look fantastic. I think they've got some fantastic cabovers. They always have and things like that. They make disgusting, ugly-looking bullnose trucks. Don't do it. Don't mix the two up. You know, one sit to one thing, end of. Don't try. It's like sports bikes. Harley Davidson make a cruiser, they make a shit sports bike. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Yamaha tried to make cruisers. It's one of them things. What else?
Someone says London trucker here in the US.
Oh, Riley, where are you at, buddy? Send me a friend's request. Send me a message.
Nomadic Brit.
Okay.
Who's sent that?
Good to have you on board, bro.
You can make good money pulling doubles for FedEx and be home every night. That'd be nice.
Yeah, so they told me about.
But he probably couldn't take us on...
No. Then I can't take the kids, I can't take the family. It swings and roundabouts. I've heard about, and people tell, but I've never, ever, nobody's shown me yet a wage packet. Driver bullshit the world over. All the years I've been driving, I've learned that there's several things that drivers tend to exaggerate, and it's just not in one country, it's every country. It's wages, how much they're getting paid, how fast the truck goes, how many brake horsepower it isn't, and the quickest route. They all know a quicker route than anybody else. There's, for like 4 things they all seem to exaggerate about. And the wages it seems to be a really big one here and over in Europe and England. I don't know why, because you're going to find out what the wages are anyway. So there you go.
Nomadic Brit owner-operator, Schneider Trucking.
Okay. Right.
Schneider Tanker. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Decline that. That's my time to go, because that's Adrian, my mechanic's
Adrian
on it.
Calling him from the drive.
Cheers, guys. Thanks very much for all the comments and stuff like that. Next time we'll set it up in advance so people have more time to get onto us. What else would you let me take one?
And a better time of day.
Buell had a Harley motor. Yes, he did, but that wasn't really a good sports bike either, was it? Come on, let's think about it.
You better.
Right, I'm out. You
Shout
can turn
at
it off. Bye-bye, guys.
I don't know how to turn it off. Oh dear. Okay. We'll talk to you guys later. Oh my, how do I turn you off? I don't think I've ever said that before. There it is.